Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today we're going to be discussing jailbreaking post iOS 8.3 and even 8.4, specifically iOS 9, as well as the Apple Watch on watchOS 2. And if you guys are interested in my all-new iPad Air 2 giveaway, then be sure to rate this video up and stick around to the end for instructions on how to enter. Alright, and to start off, for those of you who happen to miss my most recent jailbreak update video where I discuss the Keen team, a group who may come onto the scene to release a jailbreak for iOS 9, I definitely recommend watching that because it is crucial to what I'm going to be discussing in this video, especially in relation to the whole iOS 9 jailbreak component. So again, recently, ensuing Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference last week and the release of iOS 9.0 Beta 1, a new team dubbed Keen announced that they may have a major role to play in jailbreaking moving forward, specifically beyond the suspected forthcoming Pangu Jailbreak for iOS 8.3 and iOS 8.4 for the inevitable iOS 9 update. However, what's even more tantalizing is the prospect of an Apple Watch jailbreak. Currently, beyond developers being locked into creating apps strictly via WatchKit, apps don't run natively on the Apple Watch. Instead, apps run in the background on the iPhone the watch is paired to and are mirrored to the device. With watchOS 2, the next major update for the Apple Watch that was announced alongside iOS 9 at WWDC, which is launching this fall, Apple is opening up native app development for the watch. Having said that, there will still be limitations for native apps. For example, access to manipulating the core user interface isn't permitted, as Apple wants to control the Apple Watch experience for all apps to maintain the same exquisite design standards the company is renowned for. Now, as you can imagine, that doesn't bode well for those seeking to customize their devices. Enter jailbreaking. Also, to preface, in light of the fact that developers aren't allowed access to modifying the UI, frameworks like UIKit cannot be utilized to create a fully custom experience across apps. UIKit is a framework developers can utilize to create iOS apps. As stated on Apple's support documents, quote, UIKit.framework provides the crucial infrastructure needed to construct and manage iOS apps. Again though, instead of being able to harness the power of UIKit, Apple Watch developers are limited to WatchKit stock layouts. Now, with the core concept of Apple Watch apps fully grasped, let's discuss the latest development in Apple Watch hacking. Over the weekend, a few developers, including Jay Freeman, better known online as Sorik, the brilliant individual behind Cydia, posted proof of a completely interactive 3D model rendering in real time on the Apple Watch utilizing Apple's SceneKit framework instead of being locked into the WatchKit UI choices. Now, this is a huge accomplishment as it's an adequate demonstration that code other than what Apple allows in WatchKit is capable of running on the device, which opens up an entirely new world of possibilities for future apps that Apple would never allow in their, quote, walled garden app store ecosystem. In short, this appears to be the future of jailbreaking and could very well spark new life that reignites the interest in jailbreaking for those who feel the community is becoming stagnant as far as what can be done on iOS once jailbroken. In other words, more people may be interested in jailbreaking if a jailbreak is available for the Apple Watch, which in turn will bring more developers and fresh ideas for both iOS and watchOS. So here's a quick video and a demonstration, and as to how it actually functions, the watch in the video is undoubtedly running watchOS 2, and what's more, the app was unquestionably installed strictly using developer certificates. In other words, the app is only installable by the developer and the devices he's allowed access to via UDID registration under his developer account. Now, unless Apple approves the app, which they certainly won't, this remains a proof of concept. To run code that isn't approved and in turn signed by Apple, one would need root privileges on watchOS. In other words, a jailbreak. However, as previously mentioned, the process of installing the native app isn't the cool or intriguing portion. Instead, it's the fact that code running on the device isn't bound by the rules and regulations of WatchKit. A feat Sorik admits to not fully comprehending. He stated on Reddit that he mostly provided, quote, company and moral support. short. Now, to sum up this amazing news, it appears to be the beginning of something incredible for the jailbreak community, and if anything major like an Apple Watch jailbreak comes of it, as with iOS, it will certainly prompt more individuals to purchase the Apple Watch and increase the public's already astonishing interest in the device. First though, as I theorized prior to the Apple Watch's release, any potential jailbreak will likely be heavily contingent upon a quote sister jailbreak, so to speak, for the iPhone and iOS. Now, due to the Apple Watch's heavy codependent relationship with the iPhone, any unapproved code would likely originate from iOS, meaning the iPhone would almost certainly need to be jailbroken prior to any sort of Apple Watch equivalent jailbreak. Now that's where we turn our attention to the future. iOS 9 and the Keen team's plans to jailbreak the firmware would be the first step in the inevitable massive evolution of the Apple Watch. And that about wraps up what I wanted to discuss in this video, guys. Just some really interesting details on the Apple Watch and possibly the future of jailbreaking it. Again, I remember when the first iPad was released, I had it and there was a new jailbreak that was brewing. It was an incredibly exciting time, and one of the first things that was actually demonstrated as a proof of concept was an emulator running on the device. Now, I can't speak for anyone else, but at the time I was extremely thrilled to get into jailbreaking, and it seemed like it brought about fresh ideas to the jailbreak community once the device was again jailbroken. So we're hoping the same thing will happen this time around with the Apple Watch, which is Apple's first completely new device since the iPad, actually. And speaking of which, if you guys are interested in winning a brand new iPad Air 2, which will actually come pre-installed with iOS 9 beta, which of course can be downgraded if the winner so desires, then just be sure to navigate to freeappsfast.com inside of Mobile Safari, sign up, start downloading apps, come back here and rate this video up. I'm also contemplating doing another Apple Watch giveaway. If you guys are interested in that, be sure to let me know down below in the comments section. Again, I really am trying to center these giveaways around you guys, but of course we do need funding to do them, and that's where Free Apps Fast comes into play. And that's why that component to my giveaways exists. So just wanted to let you guys know that in this video as well. And if you want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos covering various things spanning from the Apple Watch to jailbreaking and iOS 9, be sure to subscribe if you have yet to by clicking that button down below next to my channel name, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.